Alright, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're doing fine. And today I do another little hunt discussion slash guide video. We're gonna talk about a question that I get really a lot. And that is, what is the best setup regarding your health bars? So the goal of this video is to show you a little bit the options that you have. And I'm gonna split the video in two parts. The first one will be solo gameplay, and the second one will be for teams. Alright, let's get this started. Okay, so let's talk about the health bar setup for solos first, and I honestly think there's not a lot of room for discussions compared to your health setup when you're playing in a team. The most important thing is to have a big bar on the right. Let's talk about it a little bit. Why is that so important? So first of all, Hellfire bombs are a thing. A Hellfire bomb, if you don't run soft skin, immediately burns for 25. So if you have a small bar on the right, that thing is instantly gone. It's instantly gone. To get that back, you need to go for a banish, or you have to extract and rebuy the bar with skill points. I mean, even with soft skin, normally you have to take cover first, and then you can stop the fire. So you will most likely lose the 25 bar once you get hit by Hellfire. I would say 90% of the time. So, Hellfire, but then also there's annoying PvE. A Cleaver Grunt. You know, he hits you, he applies bleeding. Very often you cannot kill him fast enough because they're never alone. And then you lose a small bar. Okay, they easily deal over 25. And then you have to look for a world medkit. Because you don't really want to use your own medkit charges. You feel kind of wasted if you use it against PvE damage. But also fall damage is a thing. And very often you think, oh, I can take that fall damage, that's fine. It won't be too much, or there won't be any. And especially on the Sal, the latest released map, very often you take more fall damage than you probably anticipated. But also there's boss damage. If the Butcher hits you, for example, or I think all the other bosses too, your small bar is immediately gone. Like the Spider bites you, small bar gone. A big bar, you just have to wait for the poison to be gone, and if she only bit you once, you can regenerate your health. On top, the Butcher will burn a bar from you if he hits you like once or twice, then the small bar is gone. With the big bar, you can probably save that. So there's plenty of reasons to run a big bar on the right, and there's, in my opinion, no discussion. Alright, 2 small bars on the right as a solo, sure you can make it work, but honestly, if you extract with 2 small bars on the right, invest some seconds, look for some world fire or a torch grunt and let them set you on fire, burn the 2 small bars and invest the skill points into a big one. It will pay off, in my opinion. Now, of course, only do that, you know, when you're not getting chased and when you think, or when you're pretty sure that the extraction is safe. Then, the best setup though are 3 big bars, you know? The one on the left is always a big one, but then you can have 2 small ones and a big one, or 2 big ones. And I would say 3 big bars is the best. It's not a must-have. The big bar on the right is pretty close to a must-have, but 3 big bars is the best. Okay, I said it now like plenty of times. Now, why is that? First of all, if you take 90 damage, then you suddenly have a small bar that cannot regenerate. And the regeneration will stop at 75. Which can be game deciding when you are running out of mats and you're still in combat. This 25 bar there can matter. So with 2 big bars on the left, you can go back to 100. But if there's 2 small bars, then the regeneration might stop at one point at 75. And that's not fun. Alright, so we talked now about this. There's probably a couple more reasons why this is the best setup, but I think I explained it now enough. And I would say we jump now to the team setup. Okay, health bar setups for teams. There's a couple, we're gonna have a look at them, and then I'm gonna talk about the most important pros and cons. There's definitely more though. So let's start with big, small, 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 small. Keep in mind the bar on the left is always a big one. So this is excellent when you're getting downed a lot, because you can get revived in total 4 times before you're dead, then they have to get you up with a bounty token. Having a small bar on the right also protects you from getting one-tapped in the torso. This is the amount of guns that can one-tap you once you lost 25, and this is the amount of guns that can one-tap you once you drop to 100. This is quite severe, especially once you lag 50. Even a Winfield can one-tap you to put you down. Keep in mind though, this is all before any type of damage drop-off kicks in, so a Winfield at longer range will probably not deal 100. Maybe with FMJ. I like the setup a lot when I'm more on the aggressive side, and I know I will probably need a couple revives. This has of course some downsides. Well, we already mentioned, small bars on the right in, the solo setup. So cleaver grunts, fall damage, hellfire bombs, they will most likely take 25 and you need a medkit, or they will just completely destroy it in case of a hellfire or butcher fire or fire in general. Also, using Necro with this setup is painful, because every time you do, you need a medkit. Otherwise, you can just regenerate. You also get a little bit less value from resilience from the setup, because you will not heal full. Resilience heals you to full, so you will need a medkit charge to get at max health again. And I play this setup actually a lot, and one of the most common phrases when I do this is, I need a medkit. Can you look for a medkit, please? So get used to this one. But I honestly really do like to still have 125 after getting downed. Still, long ammo will most likely kill you, but you're protected still from a lot of guns. Then, let's have a look at the next setup, and that would be big, small, small, big. Now, we already talked about a big bar on the right and the advantages from that in the solo chapter, but this is especially nice when you're running stuff like Necro. You can Necromancer your teammate and the bar will regenerate on its own. So that is actually a huge deal, because every medkit charge does matter in PvP. The downside again is, well, you're losing a big bar on the right, and the pool of guns that can one-tap you then is quite a lot. Like, fighting long ammo with missing 50 is not fun. Then we have big, big, small, small. Again, small bar on the right protects you from all these guns that deal 100 damage and plus. Having a big bar in the middle will save you quite some medkit charges though, because you can regenerate to 100, which is always cool. If you have big and then a small one, then big, small, now it's getting a little bit confusing. Your regeneration stops at 75 and you don't have Doctor, you actually need 2 medkit charges to go to full health. So let's have a look at it, that setup. Big, small, big, small. Again, just mentioned that at 75 HP, you still need 2 medkit charges to get to full HP, which sucks without Doctor. What I like about this setup though is when you play with Resilience. With Resilience, this will put you to max HP after getting downed. Because Resilience heals you to 100, but that's in the middle of the big bar. And then you just wait a little bit and it regenerates to 4. Now, that being said, rarely you actually get the time to regenerate that life. But still, even if you get normally revived, you're at max HP without the need of a medkit. Now, I showed you a couple setups, and honestly, the best does not exist. You will now have to make a decision for yourself, which you like the most and which fits your playstyle. I personally like the small bars. The moment I roll a hunter with Necro and I have a big bar, I actually play that one. And I think a good all-rounder is big, small, big, small. But I know that a lot of people just hate having a small bar on the right, especially when you're just starting the game for, your first couple play sessions. You will get damaged a lot because you don't know the fall damage distance. A cleaver grunt will most likely take 25 from you. You will have to look for a lot of medkits. So having a small bar on the right is maybe a little bit more for the experienced people without looking down on all the other people. Losing a big bar is just almost game ending in Hunt Showdown, especially when you play on a higher level. because the meta right now is long ammo followed by slugs. And you will not have fun playing against that with 100 hit points. Will be tough. Alright, that's it regarding health bar setups, solo and teams. I hope that helped you. And now I'm gonna roll the outro. And that's my opinion regarding health bars. Might change in the next couple of months, but I still hope it helps you guys out there. People who help me out can be seen here, my patrons. They are awesome people and I thank you guys a lot. Thank you for watching. More gameplay and a feedback video coming soon. I see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye bye.